11 people are about to make history, attempting a journey that's never been done before.
Get there, get there, get there, get there.
It's not a case of, let's just try our best. Best isn't good enough here.
Come on!
None of them have expedition experience, but halfway round the world from the UK, they're going to cross Nicaragua from the Atlantic coast to the Pacific Ocean.
But they don't start.
Accompanied by expedition leader Ken Hames, they have 28 days to cross 220 miles, and they are all physically disabled. As the expedition enters its final phase, 3 of the team have been forced to drop out. Ex-soldier Warren left in the jungle. Leg amputee Glenn fell in bandit country. Sophie was struck down by illness. As the weakened team face their toughest challenge, a live volcano, they look like losing more of their muscle. Super fit Charlie, deaf since birth, has struggled from day one.
I'm going home. Every 5 minutes saying I want to go and I don't want to go. It's not good for team morale.
I'm here to represent myself, not to represent pushing people or be a part of a team.
Charlie's turned his back on the others just when they need his strength to climb the volcano. Day 25. The team begin their final preparations for the climb, but morale is low. A fully fit Charlie has pulled out and demanded to go home.
He's not been happy for the last week or so, and we've tried, but the last couple of days it's just been, there's not much more we can do unless he made a big gesture, and last night there was no big gesture.
I don't understand how you can get so close to something that's going to be so great and then you just decide to give up, you know, and I've seen him when he's like working hard and at his best, and he's one of the fittest out of us all.
Expedition leader Ken Hames is at his wit's end. He's always rooted for Charlie, who's now endangering the climb and the team's safety.
I know he's had a disadvantaged life to some extent. I know that. I know that. I like the guy. But it's just this blatant sort of, you know, it's all about me and nobody else.
Ken's desperate for Charlie to reconsider.
You're going to stand there your whole bloody life and look sorry for yourself, are you?
It's not about that.
What's it about then?
It's not about that. I just don't feel good and I'm not eating.
You've been eating, okay? Well, you've got to make yourself eat. How long are you going to go on making excuses after excuse after excuse?
Well, okay, if you want to take it on and I don't know, do.
There's bugger all wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you, man. There isn't. You need to get a grip. So is this your final decision? Your final decision to go? Yeah. Well, I hope when you sit back in UK that you can look yourself in the mirror and say, oh, well, I left for the right reasons. You don't even regret it, do you? That's why I'm so cross.
No, it's not about me not regretting it.
Well, what is it about then?
You know, I just haven't, you know, I just can't physically go on anymore. I said once I make my decision, it's final. And I made it.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Okay. Well, life goes on. What can you say?
We're going to need our day sacks to be able to distribute the food into.
A part of the wheel is gone, and despite what anybody thinks, there'll be a lot more work to do now.
Charlie's timing couldn't be worse. From here, they'll need every ounce of their strength and willpower. After covering 180 miles from the Atlantic coast, they've reached the island of Ometepe. The short ride by cattle truck leaves them just 50 miles short of the Pacific. But meanwhile, they've chosen to take the island's most punishing route, up Volcano Concepcion. One of nature's most awe-inspiring sights, over 5,500 feet of active volcano. They've been anticipating this for weeks. After overcoming so many hardships, all 7 wanted to take on the volcano.
I'm shit scared, really. I've never climbed anything even remotely like that. Yeah, I can count.
Addy?
It's about 3 foot.
Nothing else in the way?
No.
My good friend Jane took my hand. She said, imagine this is the horizon. And then she said, well, the volcano goes like this.
It's going to be blood, sweat and tears, I expect. I don't want to fail, and I haven't come all this way and not going to make the top.
Back into the old trusty steed. I'm not thinking about whether I can make it or whether I can't make it. I'm just thinking about doing what I have to do to get up there.
Their target today, to reach the volcano's shoulder by nightfall. A 5-mile hike away, Addy and Carl, the fittest of the team, are pumped up and eager to go for it. But they're forgetting the others.
They're shooting off ahead.
But they can only go so far ahead. Yeah. Otherwise, we just lose them. And it also makes people at the back feel demoralised.
Trailing behind, for the last 2 weeks, Lorraine's had chafing pain from her prosthetic leg.
I mean, I can do it, but I don't particularly want to sprint the bloody thing. Do you know what I mean?
We're going at your pace.
Don't worry about them.
We're going at your pace.
We'll have a word with them when we stop next. They will be stopping, then we'll bollock them. We'll not lose our way completely. Guys, is there any chance you could maybe go not quite so far ahead? You shooting ahead doesn't make the people at the back go any faster.
No,
You see what I mean?
It doesn't make everyone go faster, but it does drag us on because we tend to stop a lot.
It's a team effort, Addy. You have to wait.
Yeah, we are waiting.
Because I'm killing myself here.
We are waiting.
Yeah, just hold up a little bit.
I was just saying, we got to drag it on as well.
If we go any faster, we'll be burnt out by like 2 or 3 o'clock.
With the team getting edgy as pressure mounts, Lorraine's pain keeps intensifying.
Every fucking thing is a fucking hurdle. It's getting more bloody weak.
Why don't you scream? Go on, no one will hear you. Well, there's no one around for miles. Might be quite satisfying.
When you are actually initially made disabled, it changes every aspect of your life.
Lorraine was just 19 on a romantic night out with her fiancé when her life was shattered.
And literally the last words I said to him, I told him I loved him. He turned to me, told me he loved me. I looked down at the pavement, saw my stiletto heel on the curb, and that was it. I'd been hit by a motorbike, 100 mile an hour, and it took my leg off.
Lorraine lost her fiancé that night, killed by the speeding bike. The loss of her right leg means she's had to adjust to life with a full prosthetic.
Do little steps and see how that is.
Today, 15 years on, she's happily married and a mum with 3 kids.
And yes, it's hard. I tend to wear the leg all day, whether it hurts or not, because I have to. I've got 3 kids.
But this is going to prove to everyone that there's more to me than just being a mother and a wife. It hurts, every bloody thing.
Look at that, there's the volcano.
Looks beautiful.
Straight ahead.
Straight ahead, man.
It looks steep. Does it?
The volcano last erupted in 1999. Ash spewed across the trail makes the going treacherous.
I'm okay.
This is probably the worst surface for a wheelchair.
The volcanic ash is like thick sand for Addy. The team's pace setter just minutes ago, he's now holding the others back. As Lorraine fights her pain, Addy needs help. The team call up one of their 2 emergency horses.
We've decided to conserve Addie's energy and our own energy, because pushing through sand is the worst, and absolutely just the worst thing to push through. Hi, one.
You got me, Ken?
I got you, man.
Cool. Let's go.
Oh, this is a little bit easier to push now.
Not saying that you're heavy, Addie.
You're fat. Whatever.
As the shoulder comes into view, the team get their first glimpse of the volcano's lower slopes.
It's horrible. Horrible stuff to walk on.
For everyone, this is a very new challenge. For Rama, as a blind man, it's a step into the unknown.
The steep drop continues on the left.
Oh shit, is that the drop?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
For the leg amputees, their prosthetic limbs can never match the flexibility of the human leg. Balancing and pushing at the same time, they need far more energy and nerve. Jane has 2 prosthetic legs.
Oh shit.
It's the first time she's ever attempted climbing.
They weren't designed for this, though.
They were not designed for this. It's tiring, but it's actually not going too bad. Oh, but when I lose my balance like that...
Quite a few people are very surprised when they learn the extent of my disability.
Jane was born with a rare congenital condition that left her with badly twisted legs and quite unable to walk.
The surgeons basically told my family I could either go through a whole childhood of operations to correct this deformity, to straighten my feet out, or I could have amputations done and dusted and get on with life. I've never wanted to be defined because of my disability. I've always wanted to just be defined because that's what I do. If I can do it, sod it, I'll do it.
Exactly. You were just scoping out the ground. Take a glance over your shoulder.
I'll get to a flat bit first. There we go.
Give you
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
God, that flat bit was flat, wasn't it?
Yeah. Compared to this bit.
Still half a mile to the volcano's shoulder, and the incline keeps on getting steeper.
Come on, Lorraine.
Oh, Eddie, shut up!
Lorraine. Go on, Lorraine. You can do it. Imagine what it's going to look like in front of the kids. You got it.
Now, Eddie, can you shut up for a minute?
Right then.
Lorraine's already gone way further than she ever expected.
I've got a 100-foot garden at home, right? And I've probably been up to the summer house twice in 6 years. And that's no word of a lie. I don't do walking.
And here, she may have reached her limit. By 4 o'clock, the team reached the shoulder, the only area on the volcano level enough to pitch camp.
Well done.
Well
That's
done,
all
Lorraine.
of us.
Well done. The one over there.
Does anyone know where my bag is?
Yeah, it's the first time I've actually thought that I'm possibly not cut out for it, do you know what I mean? I think everyone should know their limits, and I think mine might be coming quite close.
It was always going to be difficult, and probably a little bit like everything else here, it's a little bit more difficult than I expected anyway.
It's quite scary now, and it's quite scary looking out there. It's actually just generally quite scary at the moment. I'm got a bit of fear.
You've got to focus as a team. You've got to focus on how you, as individuals, are going to pull together to make this work. We've got a wheelchair to get up there. The mountain demands your respect. If you don't give it respect, then it'll bite you in the arse. Now, it's going to be a long day tomorrow. It's not lie in the sun and pick your nose. It's think about how you're going to get up there and back down again.
For some, it'll be a sleepless night. Just weeks ago, 2 hikers, one British, one American, were killed trying to scale the island's smaller volcano. Volcano Concepcion is 900 feet higher. In the last 100 years, it's erupted 24 times. "6 a.m. on day 26. Almost 4,000 feet above base camp, shrouded in cloud, the volcano's summit. Facing a rocky 45-degree incline and a 1,000 feet drop, each of them must be attached to a single safety line.
We're just supplying a safety line like any other novice would have on a mountain. But, you know, they're not being pulled and pushed. They're doing this themselves, all the way.
Lorraine, leg amputee, goes first. Then Daryl, spine and legs twisted at birth by spina bifida.
My technique is basically getting to the top by using all fours, whether that be 2 legs and 2 crutches as an extension of the arms, or literally on all fours.
Okay, go for it.
Next, Jane on 2 prosthetics. And finally, on the end of the line, the wheelchair team. Without Charlie, there's just 3 left to haul Addy.
I'm hoping the chair's going to stand up to it pretty well. It's been all right through the jungle, so I don't see any reason why it shouldn't be up here.
From now on, every minute counts. For their own safety, the team have 7 hours to reach the summit. They must then turn back to base camp or risk getting stranded by nightfall.
God!
Yeah. Stop anyway.
Push!
Right, we got it.
Go, 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 go. Push!
And again, and again, and again. Come on, just another foot, another foot. Okay. I was hoping the terrain was going to change, actually, because everyone kept saying once you get through the bushes and you get over the top, it'll be a lot easier. I was trying to be optimistic. That's it. Good job, Carl. Now pull. You ready? Push! You all right, guys?
On the line above, the heavy chairs also playing havoc with Jane.
Problem started with these sort of shrubbery things. The wheelchair was behind me at that point, and when they put pressure on the rope, it pulled me even more into the bush. So I was literally just ploughing through the vegetation.
Yeah, shit.
You all right, Jane? Jane?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, my left leg's fallen off, basically. It's just not held on by anything at the moment, so I need to take it off and put it on again. It means I've got no support from it. It's just sort of only there when I put weight for it.
By the first resting point, it's not looking good for Addy and the wheelchair team. Ken Hames, responsible for team safety, won't let them risk climbing in the dark.
I'm all right. There we go. Okay.
So far, in 2 exhausting hours, the wheelchair's covered just 600 feet. And now, low cloud is rolling in.
You've still got about 5 hours, but you're going to have to ask yourself a very hard question as a team. You know, the speed that you're going, you will not all get to the top.
So what we're saying really at the moment is the horrible fact that the one thing that we might have to drop is the chair.
Well, that's what I want you to discuss.
How do you feel about that, Addy?
I just want to get to the top.
Yeah.
Just to throw another spanner in the works, you're going to need the chair to get down.
So what, me and Emma will go ahead with the chair.
Yeah.
You two hang together.
Yeah, okay, cool. Next bit doesn't look too bad.
My heart sort of sunk because I thought, what am I going to do here? I always saw getting into a chair as a way of getting from A to B in a more dignified manner and a way of like sort of keeping my self-respect.
Robbed by polio of most of the movement in his legs, Addy struggled to walk with calipers until he was 14. Then he discovered just what he could do in a wheelchair.
With your disability, you tend to always think you have to prove yourself.
He's certainly done that. Britain's best-known wheelchair basketball player, Addy won bronze at last year's Paralympics.
My chair's my freedom. You know, this for me is everything. It empowers me, you know, it gives me independence. When I've got this chair, I just feel like nobody can stop me. What was difficult for me is I just felt like I was almost losing my dignity to have to get up to the top of this volcano. Filming me on all fours. What the flipping hell was that? What's that all about, eh?
Forced out of his wheelchair, Addy has no choice but to crawl his way up.
It sort of brought back flashbacks, it brought back memories and stuff like that. From when I used to try and walk without a wheelchair, and I used to crawl about a bit. And I had some tough times at school. People used to call me Black Monkey and stuff like that from the way I used to like crawl around. And it just kind of hit me hard. You get that fucking camera out of my face. I went to a mainstream school with all able-bodied kids, and I always wanted to be like an able-bodied person, just like walk normally. And I used to never look in the mirrors because in my mind, I was able-bodied.
Is this hurting too much? Because if it is, we'll get you back in the chair. I'm alright. You just say whatever's best for you. I've never seen Addy like that before, and he's so focused and so strong. He was in so much pain, and I think Addy suddenly thought that I can't do this. I can't, because we weren't even at the 400-metre stage. So at that point, we called Muckle over and to see what he could do to improvise and make some sort of knee pads.
Come on.
I'm all right.
Cross those guns, okay?
I just felt overwhelmed with a lot of emotion, and it just really, it really hurt.
You go, Addy. Strong boy.
There's little Dr. Muckle can do except take some of the pain from Addy's knees. Ahead, 3,000 feet of sheer rocky slope. Above Addy, Jane is starting to lose her battle to keep climbing.
In my everyday life, I put my legs on in the morning like you put your shoes on, and that's as far as it goes. It makes no difference to me. So I've had to sort of acknowledge things far more here.
How are you doing, Jane? Jane?
I'm not going to get much further.
Hey, listen to me, look at me, look at me. Give yourself a break, have a rest. You can come and sit over here for a while if you want on the grass.
I haven't got the energy. Every step just takes so much energy.
No one's going to think any the less of you. Whatever you do, you've bloody tried. You can't go as far as you want.
I'm not going to get to the top.
Do you feel as if you've reached your limit?
No, I can go another 100 metres.
Yeah? Did you want to do that?
Well, what's the point?
Because it's higher. It's higher, it's another goal. Do you want to go on a bit further?
Yeah.
Yeah? Not too fast. Okay. Take it away, Doc.
Hey.
200 feet above Jane, Toby finds the wheelchair, even without Addy, is holding him back.
Heath. It took a lot out of us. I mean, it was a 45-degree slope, and it wasn't easy. We were literally every single step of the way having to stop, get a good footing, and then haul the chair up. That's it.
For Amma, as a blind man, the wheelchair is plain dangerous.
I mean, if you're blind, what you need is extra physical energy, because sighted people are going up and they're kind of like looking for the best footholds. But if you're blind, you can't actually see, where the best place to put your foot is.
Okay, don't worry, it's all got. You stabilise yourself. You ready?
Together, Toby and Amma face a stark choice that could spell the end of Addy's chances.
At that stage, it was a case of, if we carried on, none of us would have made it out of that fall. And I know that me and Amma could get to the top if we didn't have to drag this bloody chair all the way up.
Very civilised of you, mate.
Listen, guys, we're at the halfway stage. We need to make some decisions.
2-6.
Heath! Okay.
So,
you see, what I'm looking at is...
leaving the wheelchair.
I don't think, even if you could crawl all the way to the top, that I could make it, or that we could make it with this chair in the time allotted. So we'll be lucky to make it another 100 metres.
Yeah, so maybe...
And it'll wear me and Anne.
Right.
You gonna leave it here?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no way we can make it as a foursome.
I'm gonna get Addy down.
Well, that's depending on whether he makes it up to the top or not.
He will make it to the top.
But to be honest with you, the chair's no use anyway at the moment. All that's going to do is make sure that all four of us don't make it.
It's getting very, very
It's killing me and Amma getting it up this.
Okay.
I felt really guilty leaving the wheelchair there because I felt like by doing that we were sort of signing the death warrant on Addy's chance of getting up to the top of the mountain. And at that point, me and Amma could do nothing else, so we just went. Hey, I can see everyone ahead.
Addy and Carl will have to find a way up together. Trailing another 300 feet below, Jane's in trouble.
Fucking hell!
Every limb was sort of going for it. And you just had to keep going. There wasn't even an easy place to have a breath. I was starting to realise then that I wasn't going to keep enough pace because I was going as fast as I could.
Worried that Jane's pushing herself towards an accident, Ken steps in.
I think I'm going to send you down. Because, it's getting very elongated, yeah. Just give yourself a moment.
Can I not get up there? To that bit?
Well, I think you're just going to knock yourself out. And really, I can't let that group wait anymore. Because it's going to take you another hour to get up there. And I want to push them on. If they're going to make it to the top. See you later. Well done.
That really got to me because he said no, the group was getting too spread out and he couldn't spare people to keep an eye on me, so I had to go back down. And that was a sort of final decision, so he couldn't really say anything to it. And that sort of pissed me off at that point.
Having made it halfway up, Jane has Dr. Muckle with her for the 2,000-foot descent to base camp. After 4 hours, the team edges towards the volcano's steepest, most exposed area. Having started together, they're now climbing in pairs, separated by as much as 500 feet of rope. On the end of the line, Addy and Carl, so often leading from the front, fall behind the others. Despite their physical fitness, it'll be a punishing test of their stamina and friendship.
He said to me, "You just go on ahead, Carl," and he'd convinced himself for a few minutes that he couldn't carry on for the next 5 or 6 hours with that level of pain.
Are we on schedule?
And I said to him, if it makes it easier for you, I will get down on my hands and knees and we'll crawl every inch of the, but we will get to the top. There's no way I'm getting this close to the top with you. And not going to get there with you. No fucking way, mate.
800 feet above, Lorraine and Daryl, who were expecting to struggle, are streaking ahead.
Because we were so far ahead, you started getting that little bit of, I want to get out there first, sort of thing. And I think that's probably my point. That's probably where it all went a bit wrong.
Oh!
Can someone help me move my arm? Yeah, I can't move my arm.
Yeah, what, the one underneath? I'm going to pull you up by your rucksack, okay? You ready for that?
It was searing pain right down to my toes. And the way I was laying as well, I was sort of hooked up and all tied up. And I realised, I just sort of obviously bruised myself and done all my muscles in, really.
Oh.
Fucking rocks. Where the hell am I going to get down? Oh, shit, I'm pulling.
How you doing, Lorraine?
Nearly at the end of my tether now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You've got about 50 minutes. 50 minutes before we have to turn around and go back down. There it is, look. There.
If I go up there, I won't make it back down. I really don't think I will. I'm in pain.
Are you?
Yeah, my little leg.
Okay. What about you, Dale? Are you going to go on?
Yeah, I'm going to fill up with water and just go until I'm told to come back.
Well, well done for getting this far. What are you going to do? You need to make a decision now.
Lorraine is just 650 feet short of the summit.
I'll probably kick myself forever if I don't, but I don't think I can. No, I'm going to stop here, I think.
Okay.
Only 100 feet below, straining every sinew, Addy and Carl. But they're in danger of being turned back. In 50 minutes, Ken has to send the team back down to base camp.
Bloody hell, I can't believe. Look at the look.
I know. I can't actually look at it. It's really spinning me out.
Addy won't give up anyway.
Well, he's running out of time. That's the sad thing. He's running out of time. Carl?
Yeah?
You and Addy are going to make a decision here. What you're going to do, because Daryl wants to go up, yeah?
We're going up. We are going up.
You know the turnaround time is 2. If
I
you're
know,
not on the
we're
top,
going up, we're going up.
Yeah. How you doing, Addy? Huh?
I'm just doing what I can.
Above Addy, 100 feet from the summit, Toby and Amma slowly maneuver their way across the final, most exposed flank.
As you were approaching the top, you could begin to smell the sulphur. Hey, Tobes.
Here we go.
We've almost done it.
Keep it going. Okay, you want to come? Stay on the right of the rope here.
Okay. When I'm walking on a very narrow ridge and someone says to me, don't go 2 inches to the right because there's a 1,000-foot drop.
You right there, Emma?
Yeah. And the same on your left. And it's like, okay.
Here we are. We are on the top.
Are we on the top?
Yeah, that's it, man.
Hey, man, thank you very much.
Thanks for your help.
Daryl, after a 6.5-hour climb, fighting pain in his feet all the way, reaches the crater edge.
Come on up, man. You can see little steam vents coming out of the side of it and everything.
Well, you can actually see steam.
There's steam. Should we lower you down? You can tell us what it feels like.
Yeah.
Below, Addy and Carl are within 80 feet of the crater.
Fuck me. Wait, Carl.
Steep bit here.
Sulphurous fumes billow around them. This is the volcano's steepest, hottest point.
Fucking boiling. It's really hot. It's burning my hands. Burning my legs. It's like one of the few times that I've ever prayed, you know, God help me, man, help me through this. It was just so much agony.
Come on, Addy.
Clipping off for the last time, Addy.
Addy, put it there, man.
Well done.
Fucking well done. Well done, guys. Well done.
You reach to your left, mate. There's some water. You can feel it with your shoulder.
My hands.
Here's your Powerade water, man.
I'm done it without you guys, man.
Oh, well done.
Carl, man. Thank you. It's the hardest thing I've ever done, full stop. Without a doubt. Really.
Addy has crawled and pulled himself for over 5 hours, climbing almost 4,000 feet.
There was a lot of times when I was dragging myself up there one way or another, and I was thinking, why am I doing this? You know, why? I think it sort of made me get rid of some demons and some things that I had in the past that I probably did need to get rid of.
After another 4 hours, the shattered team reach base camp.
Well done.
Well done, everyone.
Big hug.
Addy.
Oh, well done.
Come on, guys.
So,
Look at that, even the wheelchair's knackered, it's gone to sleep.
Yeah.
By morning of day 27, word of their unexpected success has spread to the local villages and beyond. The Nicaraguan army lays on a special reception for the all-conquering team.
What is that? That's pizza, man. The pizza, the beer.
Is that possibly the best beer you've ever tasted?
Oh, that is
To us!
Oh, good morning.
How you doing?
How do you feel?
Fantastic. Thank you so much for bringing this. Thank you.
Okay, this beer pizza, our gift from Nicaragua.
That is very kind.
For your success.
Very
Thank
kind
you.
of you.
Climb this
Much
mountain
appreciated.
to have to be crazy to.
I think we were.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, are you ready to fly in this helicopter?
Yeah,
Okay, let's go.
The surprise helicopter lift edges them closer to the finish line, but the expedition is far from over. With the short jump across Lake Nicaragua, they've covered a total of 208 miles. From here, there's another 12-mile hike through the hot, dusty coastal plains. Then they can finally plunge into the surf at Morgan's Rock on the Pacific Ocean. They're desperate to get to the end today, but after 8 painful hours, some are utterly exhausted.
How are you, Lorraine?
Yeah, I'm better.
Yeah, you push through that pain, Granny.
Bodies and minds are still reeling from the huge effort on the volcano. What they can't see between them and the finish is the sting in the expedition's tail. One last climb to a single tree. The fabled local landmark known as the Feather. From here, for the first time, the team can see the waves of the Pacific Ocean.
Potentially at the end of an expedition, the last hurdle is always the most dangerous because people are tired, they think it's the end, they switch off.
By 4 o'clock, the ridge is in sight.
There it is, the single tree on its own.
So we're actually going to go and stand by that, yeah?
Yeah, man.
By reaching the tree tonight, the team would leave themselves an easy day tomorrow.
That's what everyone else has done, that's why it's so full.
Addie and Carl are determined to make the climb before dark. But after walking 8 miles, the others are flagging.
Everyone seems to think the job's finished. And if you lose sight of the focus now, you're in danger of not reaching the goal. And that would be silly, having done all the hard work, to lose it at the end.
He's so gung-ho about going up and down every mountain when everyone else is knackered, because he finds it easy when the rest of us not necessarily find it harder, but well, yeah, we do find it harder.
Well, they don't let us really know what's going on, and then they just go off and do their thing. Kind of nicer if they stayed with the team a little bit more.
Everyone's feeling tired, so I think we just felt it's close, we want to get there now, man.
Right there. Hey. How long do you think it would take us to get up to the top there? Because I mean,
It looks incredibly close, but you know, it may well be just a step too far.
what do you guys think? You'd rather get to the top, would you?
No, it's been decided.
No, it hasn't. Carl, please don't do this to us again. It hasn't been at all decided.
Been climbing a mountain after you've just bloody walked since 7 o'clock in the morning in the heat. Shall we have what? I'd say camp tonight. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 camp tonights.
That's decided, hasn't
decided,
it?
anyway.
Yeah, there's only 7 people.
With the team voting to set up camp, Carl and Addie must hold their fire till tomorrow.
Now in the morning, people are going to be deflated when, oh yeah, we've got to do that big hill first. So, well, that's going to be hard because no one's going to feel any better in the morning, really.
Carl wanting to go up that hill, of course he does. He's that sort of person. And I just think, how can you think that we should do that as a group when you look around you and people are flagging?
The end of day 27. Tired and at odds with each other, the finish still seems a long way off. Day 28. If all goes to plan, this will be the last time they go through their morning routines.
You might push that tree over, Carl.
There's just one more obstacle, the ridge. Only 500 feet high, but its foliage conceals a nasty surprise.
Oh, I can't wait to see the Pacific. It's going to be amazing. I'm not letting myself get excited about the fact that we're nearly there until we do it.
That's my bikini.
It feels mixed emotion, but the overriding emotion is yes.
We're nearly there now. Just got to make sure he's take it easy, there's no injuries on the last day. Can you imagine that? That'd be gutting, wouldn't it?
After 4 weeks together, they're on the threshold of an extraordinary achievement, crossing an entire country coast to coast. Before they can celebrate, there's one more test of their teamwork ahead. For Addy, it is not a welcome sight.
This is definitely more than 100%. It's like more than a 45-degree angle there.
Hand out, Mark. 1, 2, 3.
Watching the others scramble up one by one, there's no option left for Addy. He'll be forced from his wheelchair one last time.
Pull. Okay, slowly.
Haul that wheelchair up there is going to take us another hour. We haven't got time. He's got to.
Whoa!
Do you fancy hauling yourself up without the wheelchair?
Yeah, but don't forget, I need to use another hand to pull my leg up.
I mean, are you sure there's no way you can come up out of that chair? Because it's the steepest thing we've ever gone up.
Do it on the volcano.
On the volcano, Carl did it. He was strapped onto me, and he went up in front of me.
Guys, this is taking far too long. Addy, why can't you get out of the chair, clip a sling on your chest? Okay, one rope up here, haul you up. You're like making more work for yourself here, trying to pull it up a one-in-one slope.
Okay, if that's how you want me to get my body up, then that's how I'll get it up. You know what I mean? I assessed the situation and I thought it'd be easier this way.
How can it be easier pulling a dead weight up a slope like that?
If you know what my body can do, then that's what we'll do.
He's got his hands out in front of him, chest harness here, pull up.
I think it's bollocks myself, but we'll get the thing out.
We all want to get to the Pacific today.
Well, I'm just trying to speed things up here because there seems to be a sort of intransigence in the group at the moment to just get on with it, you know, and stop faffing around.
Yeah, but that's going. Why didn't you just decide it at the beginning and plan how you wanted us to get up the whole thing yourself?
We've never been, you know, brilliant at being a team. We've been very good at sort of like working in pairs or in threes and stuff like that. And yesterday and today, I think both Carl and Addy are just
looking out for each other.
Tell us when you're climbing.
I'm coming now. Whoa, slow down.
Is he up?
Nearly.
Wow.
Need knee pads, really. Whoa, slow down.
We could pull the chair up.
I'll end up breaking the back.
It had been suggested by me and Lorraine that Addy get out of the chair and come up on his own, but he just didn't want to. And it would have taken 4 of us to haul him up in the chair. Yeah, I've got it.
You got it?
Yeah. Where are you going with it? Hold on, Ken, let me get in there.
Why?
I'm not going up on my arse up there.
Why not?
There's only fucking so much I can take doing that, Ken.
Just get it round the corner, yeah?
Yeah, but Ken, are you going to get me a new set of knees after this and a new set of finale? I would like to use them for the rest of my life, actually.
I'm not trying to make it difficult for you.
I know you're not trying to make it difficult, but I think what it is, you just don't understand. That's all.
I think I do understand.
Well, if you
But,
understood,
we've
then
only got so much time and it's only a short distance.
Well, I'll make up the time. When we get on the flat, then I'll push like fuck. And then you can worry about it then. All right? There's only so much my body can take.
The reason why I got you out the chair is because it was safer to do it that way.
I think you're making a massive assumption, Ken, because you're not the one who's actually getting down. We're not actually going to be able to agree here. We're just going to come to a dead end.
What's your beef? What's your beef?
My beef is you physically telling me what I can and can't do.
I didn't physically tell you to do anything.
You did.
I did something which was a safety call.
Well,
okay, and that's the bottom line.
Well, I didn't think you were right. And that's the bottom line. Well, I thought you were incorrect.
Mate, I'm the expert on safety.
Well, I'm the expert on my body.
Okay, and it's safer.
You know what I mean? So that's what we're going to do.
Listen to the argument a minute.
Okay.
It's safer to have you do that than it was to pull you up in that chair.
And that point there took me to the edge, okay?
Well, I'm sorry it did that, but
you know what I mean?
It was the quickest, safest way to get you up there.
Well, it took half an hour to do it. By the time we'd done it, we would have been up there. It's all right to be an expert in the army, but there's not an expert in disability. It's just a fucking total difference. I felt that it needed to be my choice, you know, and I felt like that Ken had taken my power away from me. I wasn't trying to let the group down. I wasn't trying to be selfish. I'd saved myself for the longer section, which I actually got out of the chair voluntarily because I knew there was no way the guys were going to be able to pull me up that bit. Yeah.
As on the volcano, the final 200 feet of the climb stretches the team out, forcing each of them to make their own way up.
Whoa! You got it?
Lorraine, wedged at the back for so many days, is first to the top.
Where? Ooh.
There's that bloody tree. Oh man.
Oh, you can't see the bloody Pacific, can you?
Must be on the other side. Is that the Pacific?
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, you can see it!
Woo! Whoa, yay, baby!
Unbelievable. Oh, the Pacific.
It's amazing. Oh, God's sake.
Oh my God!
We can see the sea from here. We are so nearly there. No worries, man, you're nearly at the top.
Look, there's the volcano!
Bloody hell. I'm going to have to start walking up the garden, aren't I, eh?
Yeah. Do you know what the view is from the top of your garden?
No, wait, once. Well, no, twice I've done it in 6 years.
How far is your garden?
About 100 foot, something like that. I don't know.
Lorraine, you walked all that way yesterday.
God, and I butch! I'm butch!
I feel good. Hot, but good. I just need to take these things off for a minute. Look at that, I've mullered my knee though. Absolutely mullered it.
Fantastic.
Tired of eating too much dust. Can't wait to get to the Pacific.
It's almost like heaven's waiting for us. Can't believe it.
Together, they've covered 217 miles in 28 days. They're now just 3 miles short of the finish. And from now on, it's downhill all the way.
You know, you try not to think about the end before you get there because that's kind of really dangerous. But we've done something special. I expected it to be difficult, but I didn't expect it to be as emotionally challenging. It's taken me by surprise as well. But I will be really pleased to get to the end of it, man. We'll probably get there and someone would have moved the beach.
It's the Pacific. Never has a sight seemed so beautiful. We are now just coming down onto the beach. You feel that? Okay. That's it. We're at the water's edge, man. We made it. 7 made it. Yay! Let's give a group. Yes! Come on.
I never thought about not getting here. The trip was always going to end here, in my head. The only time I thought I wasn't going to make it was when I was ill. I think I've had to acknowledge my disability a lot more.
Yeah, I can't take my weight on that knee.
Because
I just can't take it.
I've hated my legs on this trip. I've hated them so much because when they're breaking, they're failing. But then I have managed. I've got to the Pacific and sort of survived.
Ken, we would never have made it here without you.
I'm really proud of you. Really, really proud of you. You know what I wrote to you on that first bit of paper, and it said, well, the old gladiator said, you know, what we do in life echoes in eternity, and certainly you've got your place, quite rightly so, in history.
1, 2, 3, save! Let's go!
We have gone through hell to successfully go through all that. I guess the first thing I'd like to do is just jump in and start swimming away from the shore. Just like, wow, we're in the Pacific.
It's been a long journey. I still won't be able to actually have it all sink in that we've actually done it.
I mean, I didn't realise I could do it. You know, I've never had the opportunity to be pushed. And now it's not going to be a problem. I mean, I've done the bloody Nicaraguan jungle, for God's sake, you know? This is going to definitely change my life. It's going to change my life completely.